Now, your pinpoint forecast with meteorologist Cedric Haynes.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. We are joining you live from Lake Arthur here. We're getting ready for the big Regatta Festival that's taking place coming up this weekend here. And you're going to want to come on out for this. This event is jam-packed every year. Quite a bit of entertainment is on the way. And, of course, the boats will be out on the water. And you will want to be on the water when you're dealing with this weather. Let's go right on to the weather forecast, though, for you now. Check out what's going on with 7 Storm Vision HD. You can see we have a few scattered, isolated showers across the area. Now, of course, these are developing with the daytime heating out there. We're seeing some of those pop-up storms developing. I like to call these popcorn showers because they pop up in different locations. You never know where, but you'll see those storms popping up out there. And they're continuing to move from the southwest, moving on out towards the northeast, but they're moving away from the area, which is some good news. But we'll continue to monitor that. We'll take a bigger picture of this, looking at the regional satellite and radar composite, and you can see that we've got a bigger complex of showers and storms out to our west into Texas. Now, those showers and storms are pretty strong and have been dropping quite a bit of rain. There's been a little bit of flooding going on, especially around the San Antonio area today. But the good news is most of that activity should fade out. Now, what this complex of storms is doing, though, is spreading out outflow boundaries, and that's allowing some of the showers and storms to develop along the boundary, and that's why we're seeing some of those afternoon storms developing. But they'll fade out this evening, and you can see overnight tonight we're looking at low temperatures only dropping on down into the mid to upper 60s north of I-10. You're going to be into the low to mid 70s along and just south of I-10. So it's going to be another warm and muggy overnight, and heading throughout your daytime hours on your Saturday, we're talking about another warm Saturday for your high temperatures. We're looking at temperatures warming all the way up there into the 80s and even the 90s out there in some locations. And even if you don't make it to 90 degrees, you got to account for the humidity. So we're going to be looking at temperatures with the heat index, or the feels like temperature, what it feels like on the skin, warming on up there well into the 90s, between 90 and 100. So it's very important that you remember to stay hydrated coming up tomorrow. Take a look at your forecast for tonight. Again, we're going to be talking about temperatures dropping on down into the lower 70s here in Lake Charles. With, again, we'll see an isolated storm or two this afternoon and evening. That will fade out, and then it will just remain muggy overnight. And then for your Saturday, your forecast is looking like this: partly cloudy skies with a chance of some of those isolated afternoon showers and storms developing. But overall, it's going to be hot and humid out there. In fact, take a look here at your Muggy Meter forecast. Remember, this Muggy Meter measures how it's going to feel on the actual skin. And we're talking about, with the Muggy Meter, we're looking at that feeling like the sticky to almost oppressive range with those dew points in the lower 70s. So prepare yourself for that. Otherwise, if you're heading on down to the Regatta Festival here in Lake Arthur, here's your forecast. We're going to be starting off into the 70s, but quickly throughout the afternoon and evening hours, we're into the 80s for highs, with humidity feeling like it's in the 90s out there, with just a slight chance of showers and storms. Check out your extended forecast here for me, and you're going to be able to show you that we're talking about plenty of sunshine for the next several days, just a slight chance of a few afternoon isolated storms. And then heading into next week for your Memorial Day, go ahead on and make plans to bring out the grill, or if you're going out on the lake, the weather looks fantastic out there with temperatures into the upper 80s, lows into the 70s, and we're looking at plenty of sunshine again. But again, it's going to be humid, so make sure that you stay hydrated. It's going to be the very important thing to remember as you go throughout your forecast this week. But otherwise, folks, here at the Regatta Festival, we're setting up, we're getting ready. You can see the boats already out here on the water. People are already cooling off because you're going to need to out there with all this heat. And I think over the next several days, we're going to continue to do that. So, Cynthia, come on out if you get a chance, everybody, because they got some nice cold water out here, and you're going to need it with those heat index temperatures in the 90s.
All right, this is one of those times where it's okay for somebody to tell you, oh, go jump in the lake.
That's right. That's right. I think I might do it here in just a few minutes.
All right. Thanks a lot, Cedric. And with the regatta and all the